from a Go perspective, arrays are syntactically like any other language you've worked with. You're going to use the brackets. You're going to define a length. Now, this is important, though. The compiler needs to know the length of an array at compile time. So you can't use a variable here. Compiler won't let you do that. Remember, constants are special in that they exist only at compile time. And so a constant like 5 is technically a literal constant of kind int. It's an unnamed constant. The compiler knows about that size at compile time. You start using a variable here, compiler doesn't know what the length of that array is supposed to be. So be aware that you have to use numeric constants for your array declarations. And what we're going to end up here with is an array of 5 strings, right? And one of the cool things about an array, come to the board for a second, just to note, and it becomes much more important later on. And I'm sure you know this already, but it needs to be said. You know, an array is a data structure that lets you allocate a contiguous block of memory. And this is an array of 5 strings, right? And so what we're going to be doing is allocating a contiguous block of strings, 5 of them, 0-based indexing in Go. And we talked about that string being a 2-word data structure, right? So in this particular case, these would be 80 bytes of memory allocation allocated contiguously. And the other nice thing about the array is that it gives us a predictable stride. So we know that on our we know that this string is being 2 words, each 8 bytes. We know that there are 16 bytes in between each element here. And it gives us a predictable stride as we walk through memory. And these are all important things that the hardware needs in order to have levels of efficiency, stuff we're not going to go deep in at all. But from our perspective right now, this is our 80 bytes of contiguous memory. And we use the keyword var, so it's all set to its 0 value. So these 80 bytes, every bit in here is set to its 0 value state, right? And if we come back to the code, you'll notice that the syntax isn't anything you're not used to. We're using index-based assignments, 0 through 4, right? No big deal. You're assigning the strings, no big deal. And if we were to just look at this kind of first assignment back on the board, you know, that apple string, which is literally it's a string constant, right? You know, it's going to look like this, right? Apple. It's going to be the string value and the backing array of 5 bytes. And on the assignment, what's nice is that if this is 5 bytes or 5 million bytes, one of the nice things that Go has done here is the cost of moving a string around your program is relatively non-existent. Because whether it's 5 bytes or 5 million bytes, all we have to do is copy, you know, those 16 bytes, and we're done. And you're moving a string very efficiently around your program. So what's nice here is that string header is leveraging the pointer semantics to give you the efficiency to move small and large pieces of data around your program. One of the things that we would say from a Go perspective is if you want to move this string around your program, you just give that function its own copy of the string, and you're doing it with high levels of efficiency. So very, very cool stuff.